Hey, folks, welcome back, my favorite people and everybody called Squidarians. It's my people in very low places, high places, middle places, somewhat of that nature. It's Monday, May 20th. Um, I might have some difficulties on this thing called Zoom. Um, it says I owe money, but it, I looked it up and everything's paid. I don't know. I gotta find somewhere that it's gotta say something. But um, like I said, May 20th next week is Memorial Day. Happy early Memorial Day to all the veterans out there. Um, thank you for supporting and protecting and all that jazz. Um, but we're gonna get along here. We're gonna start off with Twitter. Yes, Twitter or X, as they call it, because Elon Musk wants to call it X, which I think X, I read something about it and it was something, no, not crazy, but it's more uh, philosophical, I guess, in nature. But I was always wondering what was the very first logo, and I thought the very first logo was an egg. But in actuality, the first logo was like a slimy kind of thing. It was actually spelled Twitter, but it was not Twitter. It was more like Twter or something like that. Um, but the egg, when you first start with Twitter, like if you never got on Twitter, if you never had a Twitter account, when you start a Twitter account, it always shows a profile picture of an egg, whether it's whatever color it's going to be, brown, blue, whatever. Um, that's what it was. I thought the logo was an egg at first. I was going to start because I thought it would be pretty funny to talk about, like the egg is the logo, but um, in actuality, it's not. So it's actual different wording of the word Twitter. But now the logo was in the beginning was like a blue bird. Now it's like a white bird, but not now. Now it's X. So I don't know what the significance of all that. Yeah, I mean, people are probably looking at the significance of my logo. There's a lot of different logos out there that are very. Some of them are to the point. Some of them are just what the fuck. Yeah, and it's somewhat crazy. Yeah. Um, Also, I like to give a shout out to not just one podcast, but every podcast that's out there that's killing it out there and getting promotions, getting a lot of views, getting 10,000 views on this and getting this and I just recently saw it's a long time, but I saw my Spotify reach over 5,000. Um, which honestly is not a lot, but to me, it's a milestone, which is very good, and I appreciate everything from the lovely Squidarians. And I would like to have more people come on, and hopefully we can generate that more to 15, 20,000. Plus an eyesore, we call it, for each, for an audience. I think I don't know what the specifics of Spotify would be, but it's like 119 views or per something. I don't know. I just like it. I'm not one to like, if I had like a partner or something that deals with like the inner outwards of everything that's going on, then, you know, but see, and also it's Monday. See, Monday. But I'm not gonna say anything because I might get a copyright strike. I don't know. I had one. I didn't have a copyright strike. It was it said copyright, but it wasn't one for a strike. I think because I had a cartoon that I said, um, which I don't know if that's it or if I use um a certain, like like when you do the video editing, and I have my part, where it comes in, it's like blah 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 blah. It says tattoo squid. Duh, duh, duh. Then I have another one that has a different frame about it, and then I add something new, like a countdown thing, and then it does the episode, and then the episode's done, and then at the end I have something else, and then you know support blah blah blah. You know, click this, click that. Um, I don't know. Maybe there's something in there that I said or something. I don't know. But I never really had a problem. Um, back in the day, I had two copyright uh slashes, uh, strikes, two copyright strikes because of music. Because I had a certain because I didn't know anything back then. Because back then I just started out. I started out doing videos. Um, where I never really wanted to do videos in the beginning, because I didn't know how to do audio. I think back then everybody knew everything from computer, I've been computer savvy. I'm not really computer savvy. I mean, I get by. Um, but I started out doing video, which was not really my forte. Um, I'm more of a talking, not visual. I like to be heard, not seen. But as it is, I got a nice look, so maybe it might work. But it's been working so far. Um, but I had two strikes because I had music, and then I had music where I would come in um to start off the show. I was in my garage. I had my little GoPro camera, set that up there, then I played some music from my phone. And apparently with that, I didn't know about the copyright music part of it. So I got a strike from that. And then I went to a barbecue, did some video footage. Again, there was music from a famous song, and that had a copyright uh, strike. So, and a friend of mine said, Dave, you get three, then your thing is done. Um, I don't know what that means. Does it mean you're in like YouTube jail for a time and you can't do anything? Or, um, so I don't really know. But hopefully there's no more uh content slashes. Um, whatever, so with that said, we're gonna keep on going on here. Um, hold on, I got a text message from ah, uh somebody that is anyway. Alrighty, so we're gonna go to history. and we are going to talk about werewolves. Now, this is the thing I want to find out from people. All right, what if you had a choice? Not really but well, it's a choice. If you had a choice of either being a vampire or a werewolf, which would you choose? Let's look at the pros and cons of this. So, pro side for a vampire, you live forever. The con side, you have to drink blood. Um, but if you do it the way they do it in the TV series and certain things, which I know it's not really real, but if it does come around and that's the way you're supposed to do it, you can go to like a blood bank and get this whole thing and have a nice supply. You can live forever and have all this money. Um, and the pro on that one, you can not age. You can still be. I don't know if you're going to be younger, or you stay the way you are. So if I was like a vampire, the way I am now, then I would be the way I am for a millennia or something, or until the end of time, depending if there's blood or. Um, but also, I like the whole thing of a vampire. But the only thing about vampires, not vampires, I mean werewolves. So with the vampires though, I don't like being in the sun that much, but with the vampire, you can't really be in the sun anyway. You're gonna burn up, you know. Which my favorite movie to watch is After Dark or Beyond Dark or something. I keep on forgetting. Hold on. Um, er, hold on. Give me 1 second. Talks amongst yourselves. Uh, Near Dark. That's what it is. Near Dark. There's an actor that was in there that very good. He's been in everything from Predator, or no, actually Predator 2, uh, The Weird Science, a whole plethora of other movies. But he's great in this one. He plays a vampire and all the physical uh attributes that he has endured in this whole thing. Um, but yeah, what I was trying to get at, I'm like sidetracked. But anyway, vampires. That's like the Near Dark. It's like my favorite movie. Um, so hold on, let me write this down for prosperity. Um, yeah, this is what I always do, folks. I always like write down stuff and I make episode art. So Near Dark, and then we did what did we do? We did the vampire versus werewolf. Okay, so we know with the vampires you live forever, you age very well, you don't like the sun because the sun will fucking kill you. You get a stake in the heart, they chop your head off. You have to drink blood to survive, where you can probably get it from a blood bank. Now we go to the other side of a werewolf. Werewolf wise, you get bit, you um change in the sign of a full moon. Um, Wolfsbane apparently I think kills you. Um, Silver bullets, which has not been concurred on that one. Um, and you are very hairy, and you change your disposition very drastically. Um, I was leaning toward the werewolf one, but that could be like an out of control situation when you're a vampire. You can pretty much, not be in the sunlight, stay in the dark, which I don't mind the dark. I just don't want anything to go bump in the night while I'm around. Uh, and then you sleep in a very enclosed box. Um, or you don't have to, you know, you know, like people that work overnights, you know, like I used to work overnights. You get home, it's sunny out, you get the dark shades, and everything's black, and you sleep, and then you wake up and it's dark again. So, but what would your preference of supernatural ability be? Like a vampire or a werewolf? We'll put that in Spotify, but see how this episode turns out. Secondly, um, I have come across something. What I saved? Did I save it? I think I did. Let me see. Um, oh yeah. So, uh, folks, now if you watch porn like I do, I I do vaguely. I watch porn. I mean, I do it when I get bored. So that's pretty much before I go to work. But everybody else going, and everybody has their certain porn star that they like. You know, whether it's a woman, it's a man. You know, and folks, I mean, guys, women love porn too. You know, they watch it. They like the guys. They like the girls. You know, there are some guys that watch the girl. They like the guys. I don't know, but there is one that when I was younger, I loved this porn star. There's other ones, but I like her name is Lisa Sparks. So it's not like Sparks. I used to be in the spelling bee. You would figure I know how to spell Sparks. But she changes it to, because of copyright infringements, I guess, SPAR XXX Sparks. You know, but and I think this is like a nice little tidbit to talk about just for a little bit. You know, it's not going to be like a whole episode, but in 2004, Lisa Sparks broke the world record. Now, apparently, there's a world record for this one. I don't know, Guinness has it, but for the highest number of men slept with in a single day, sleeping with a total of, I would say drum roll, but I don't know how to put the drum rolls in the episode. So make your own drum rolls if you could. Um, I'll wait. Okay. All right. So now the total is 919 men in 24 hours. And all right, in 24 hours. Okay, fine. You know, but is there a line? Did he put an ad out in the paper? Well, I mean, back then, 2004, you know, papers, and still papers, everybody gets papers, you know, the newspapers and all that. And they check ads. Now they check ads on the computer, like right here. You know, they check ads. They check ads on phones. And, you know, Frankie? No comment. Anyway, so, but I figured it was like a nice little tidbit about that. Who is your favorite porn star as well? You know, so later on, I'm going to put in a little thing, a little category for Spotify, or even in where I'm going to put for the audio and put for the video. It's like, who is your favorite porn star, and would you be a werewolf or would be a vampire? So there's a lot to think about, folks. All right, we're going to have a test later on in the week. Maybe. I might forget. But anyway, let's go on. Let's see. Werewolves. That's what we're going to talk about. So the werewolf is a mythological animal and the subject of many stories throughout the world, and more than a few nightmares. Yeah, you see. Um, Before we go on, there's movies called Halloween. There's movies of well, you got the old style, Dracula, werewolf, mummy, creature from the Black Lagoon. But my favorite, like, it's a TV series. I believe it's either the late 80s, early 90s. The show is called Werewolf. I think I talked about this once before, but I love how this is like more because it has more like the pentagram that's in the hand. That way you know when it's coming around, instead of the full moon coming around. So they had the pentagram bleed, it kinds of comes out, bleeds out a little bit, and not really a little bit. It's pretty much a lot. So it comes out and you know, but that's how you know that you're gonna turn soon. So you have to go and chain yourself up. Yeah, but that's my favorite show. Uh, Werewolves are, accordingly to some legends, people who have morphed into vicious, powerful wolves. Obviously, yes. Others are mutate. Others are a mutant combination of human and werewolf, but all are bloodthirsty beasts that cannot control their lust for killing people and animals. That's why I didn't think about doing the werewolf thing, because you're going crazy and then you can go and kill whoever, and you might have the mind frame to stop what you're doing, but who knows? Um, Early werewolf legends. Now, this I didn't know. I read some of this, and it's very intriguing, folks. So, it's unclear exactly when and where the werewolf legend originated. Well, that's true. Some scholars believe the werewolf made its debut in the Epic of Gilgamesh. Now, I've heard this word, Gilgamesh. I think it's the oldest known Western prose. When Gilgamesh jilted a potential lover because she had turned her previous mate into a wolf. Wow. Oh, stop it. Yeah. There's always like notifications coming out of nowhere, folks. So if you hear brum brum, that's not Law and Order. That's just my computer. Werewolves made another early appearance in Greek mythology. Now, this I didn't know. This is very intriguing. With the legend of Lycaon, um, it's like lichen, but I added an O N, so it's a Lycaon. According to the legend, Lycaon, the son of Pelagus, we just call him Pelagus, angered the god Zeus when he served him a meal made from the remains of a sacrificed boy. As punishment, the enraged Zeus turned Lycaon and his sons into wolves. Now we probably figured that's how it happened. Werewolves were emerged in early Nordic folklore. The saga of these big words, folks. It's like it makes you okay. The saga of the Volsungs, the Volsungs, tells the story of a father and a son who discovered wolf pelts that had the power to turn people into wolves for 10 days. The father and son duo donned the pelts, transformed into wolves, and went on a killing rampage in the forest. It gives a whole new term to father-son day. It's like, I'm going to take my son to work. What are you going to do? Have pelts. What are you going to do with that? Kill a lot of fucking people. Okay. So, and off they go. Their rampage ended when the father attacked his son. See, again, the thinking process doesn't coordinate with while you're doing it, causing a lethal wound. The son only survived because a kind raven gave the father a leaf with healing powers. That is strange. I mean, ravens have been known to. Well, you got crows. You got a murder of crows. Ravens are more angelic, I would think, than crows. Crows are a little bit more. I don't know. This guy, I'm gonna have people like yelling at me for this one, but I don't really know. I didn't put process into this whole thing about ravens, so I might do it in the next episode. What's the difference between a raven and a crow? Funny tidbit. Me and my girlfriend we used to live in an apartment, and I got home, and I would make, I got home in the morning, made eggs while she was working from home, because around COVID, so I ate in the bedroom, light out, watching TV, eating, no problem. I look out the window, and there's this big ass crow just sitting there, just looking straight at me. I don't know if you see him because I'm eating or I'm the next meal. But that was crazy though. It was just looking at it and then just flew off. I'm thinking like, is there a thing where crows they come back? You know, because you see the thing with crows where um, the Crow, the movie, yeah, they would come down, help out the life that's been wronged, and you know, emerge that person to right the wrong, and then finish what's been done, and then come back, and then rest easy after that. So that's what it is. But you know, if you have any other ideas about it, you know, see what we can talk about on that. Infamous werewolves. Now, I think this might be some different kinds of things back in the early ages, I guess. Many so-called werewolves from centuries ago were, in fact, serial killers. Yeah, and France had its fair share. Yeah, I see. You know, well, it's Jack the Ripper. I don't think it was in France. More like Dobby. No, I think that's like England. I think. Okay. Yeah. I love social studies history and all that. I cannot remember because I'm 50 and my memory does not serve me very well. Um, Frenchman Pierre Bergot and Michael Verdun allegedly swore allegiance to the devil and claimed to have an ointment that turned them into wolves after confessing to brutally murdering several children. What is it with people that's murdering children? It's like, what did the kids do to you? They play with dogs and all that. Fuck this shit. No. They were both burned to death at the stake. Burning was thought to be one of the few ways to kill a werewolf. But it's been said about witches. Now, you heard my episode last week. That's what has been said. Whether Bergot, Verdun, or Garnier were mentally ill. They didn't mention Garnier. We called it before. Oh no, they did. I jumped one. Hush. I'm in a meeting. I jumped the paragraph, folks. I'm sorry. Giles Garnier, known as the Werewolf of Dole, was another 16th century Frenchman whose claim to fame was also an ointment with wolf morphing abilities. According to legend, as a wolf, he viciously killed children and ate them. He too was burned to death at the stakes for his monstrous crimes. So now we're going to get back to this. Whether Verdun or Garnier were mentally ill, acted under influence of a hallucinogenic substance, you would figure, that drops. Dun, 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 dun. I need Scooby-Doo or Scooby-Doo bum 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 bum. Or were simply cold-blooded killers is up for debate. But it likely didn't matter to suspicious Europeans during the 16th century. Well, yeah, because they don't really look at that. They see it, they're like, oh, burn them at the stake. To them, such heinous crimes could only be committed by a horrific beast such as a werewolf. Now these are different types of werewolves, I believe, because they got the Bedburg, not the bedbug, the Bedburg werewolf. Peter Stube, a wealthy 16th century farmer in Bedburg, Germany, may be the most notorious werewolf of them all. According to folklore, he turned into a wolf-like creature at night and devoured many citizens of Bedburg. See, citizens. Not children, not just children, just citizens. His own size. Alright, anyway. Peter was eventually blamed for the gruesome killings after being cornered by hunters, who claimed they saw him shapeshift from wolf to human form He experienced a grisly execution after confessing under torture to savagely killing animals, men, women, and okay, well, the children are in there. So, but you know, it's not just you; they had everybody else, and eating their remains. You know, the whole time I'm having my dog not trying to eat stuff that's on the fucking floor. You know, now this guy's just eating every fucking thing. He also declared he owned an enchanted belt that gave him power to transform into a wolf at will. Not surprisingly, the belt was never found. Peter's guilt. Stop! And I went, you know, it's always one of those telemarketers that's always calling. You know, I know. You know what? I'm putting you somewhere. So, you know what? They're going in the drawer. Hold on, folks. We're putting these motherfuckers in the drawer. So we don't have to hear shit. Anyway, Peter's guilt is controversial, since some people believe he wasn't a killer but a victim of a political witch hunt. Again, politics. Or perhaps a werewolf hunt. Either way, the circumstances surrounding his life and death stroked. I was going to say stroked. There goes that porn. Anyway, rampant fears at the times that werewolves were on the loose. The shapeshifters as a werewolf. News at 11. Actually, no. I think this is. Some legends maintain werewolves shapeshifts at will due to a curse. See, again, the pond problem. Others state they transform with help with an enchanted sash or cloak made of wolf pelt. It could be. Still, others claim people became wolves after being scratched or bit by a wolf. That's what we learned, you know. In many werewolf stories, a person only turns into a wolf when there is a full moon, and that the theory may not be far-fetched. According to a study conducted at Australia's Calvary Mater Newcastle Hospital. Well, try to say that 5 times fucking fast. God damn. A full moon brings out the beast in many humans. True. The study found that of the 91 violent acute behavior incidents at the hospital between August 2008 and July 2009, 23% happened during a full moon. Yeah, we all go a little wolfy. You know, or as Sami Zayn would say, juicy or oozy. Patients attack staff and display human-like behaviors such as biting, spitting, and scratching. Although many were under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time, it's unclear why they become intensely violent when the moon was full. That is a phenomenon. Speaking of which, are werewolves real? Well, the werewolf phenomenon may be a medical explanation. Take Peter the Wild Boy, for instance, 1725. He was found wandering naked on all fours through German forests. I heard stories about this one. Many thought he was a werewolf or at least raised by wolves. Peter ate with his hands and couldn't speak. He was eventually adopted by the court of King George I and King George II and lived out his days as their pet in England. Are you going to use a human as a pet even though they think they're a wolf or they got raised by one? That's, you know, that's unethical. Research has shown Peter likely had Pitt-Hopkins syndrome, a condition discovered in 1978. See, you're way off now. 1725, they didn't know anything about, you know, Pitt-Hopkins syndrome. Now, 1978, there's a Pitt-Hopkins syndrome, and oh, now we know. Come on. That causes a lack of speech, seizures, distinct facial features, difficulty breathing, and intellectual challenges. Other medical conditions may have encouraged werewolf mania throughout history are lycanthropy, a rare psychological condition that causes people to believe they're changing into a wolf or other animals. Food poisoning, hyperpsychosis, a rare genetic disorder causing excessive hair growth. Rabies, hallucinations, possible caused by hallucinating herbs. Throughout the centuries, people have used werewolves and other mythic beasts to explain the unexplainable. In modern times, however, most believe werewolves are nothing more than pop culture or icons made famous thanks to Hollywood's 1941 flick, The Wolfman. Yeah, but there has to be stories way beforehand, folks. To have that going on. Um, Still, werewolves have a cult following. Werewolf sightings are reported each year, and werewolf legends will likely continue to haunt the dreams of people throughout the world. Um, so, the sources of the saga, the Val songs from the University of Pittsburgh, Borgon and Verdon, with the hallucinating murderers, Monstrum, Monstrum Athenium, real life werewolves, psychiatry re-examines rare delusions of livescience.com. The health studies shows full moons. Sydney Morning Herald, Peter the Wild Boy, the Wild Boy at the Guardian, Gilgamesh. You can find out from Ancient Histories Encyclopedia. Catastrophes, Dermot, New Zealand, The Werewolf of Bedburg, you find from thoughtco.com. So you check out all that stuff for those kind of things. But I don't really have a lot going on. I gotta shake my head later. Yeah, because I have my niece's concert, um, and she sings like in a choir. I think it's the whole class. Because me and my girlfriend went to the Long Island Ducks game. My sister had tickets, but also my niece and her class were in attendance because they were going to do a singing thing. Take me out to the ball game. No, not take me out to the ball. It was something else. I forget what the name was. But when they sang, it sounded like angels fucking singing. It, it, it brought a tear to this fucking squid's eye. You know, um, it's crazy. So we are gonna go, and I want to bring my trusted GoPro and make like a video thing. I might have to get like one of those storage uh, little thingies, put in there because I don't know how long it's gonna be. So it starts at 7. So I got enough time right now. My girlfriend's working. She's working from home, thank God. Because if she was working away, then I have to wait like an hour. We'll probably be late. So, but she wants to go to Walmart. Um, I hope you're all having a great Monday. I know everybody's working. I took off. I hope my supervisor knows this. Uh, but um, because I can't miss my niece's concert, thing. It's gonna be really fun. Um, should I wear a tie or should I not wear a tie? Not with this. I mean, I was gonna wear like a button-up shirt with like a tie, and wear shorts. That's dressy for me. Yeah. All right, folks. Take it easy. Have a good time. Also, you can follow me. Uh, Linktree. I mean, it's going to be in the description down below, so it'll be in the description for um, the video. Also, if you're watching this in the video, which you are, it's going to go up there in the video. You're watching the video. Please, comment what you want to hear, what you want me to talk about. If you want to be a guest, just message me. Easy enough. If you're on Twitter at Podcast Tattoo Squid, if you go to Instagram, that's Tattoo Squid, TA2SQUID .podcast. And then just go to Linktree, linktr.ee/ not the guitars, capital T A2 SQUID PODCAST. Get all the stuff on there. Plus, if you're on Spotify for podcasters and you're listening to this, or if you listen to this on Spotify or anywhere that you listen to Spotify, um, like, comment, share with your friends. If you think it's a great episode, or if you think it's a very interesting episode that you want to share with friends, video wise, if you want to see more, like I said, I'm accepting guests. I'm more than happy to have guests. I love talking to guests. I have a great rapport when I do talk to guests. It's fun. Um, so with video, you like, subscribe, comment. Um, please subscribe. I think I have like maybe 80. I didn't even scratch the surface of like 100. I'll be happy if I get over 100. If we can get like 1,000, that would be fucking awesome. Um, a lot of these people have get like 100,000 followers, and Twitter, I got like near 4,000 followers on Twitter. Um, Instagram, probably like 500, maybe. Um, YouTube, like I said, I got like 78. I don't really have that much, but I know I'm going on and on. But please subscribe. Um, Help out a lot. Message what you want to hear. You know, I if it's political and religion, I'm not really gonna do it because I'm not really one for political. I mean, you hear bits and pieces when I talk about it, but I don't really go into debates about religion and politics. Everybody has their specific shit. So if you love politics, that's your thing. If you love talking about different religions, that's your thing. I don't really know much about it, so I can't really talk about it. But I love talking about movies. I like talking about shows. I like talking about music. Certain ones like metal, rock, rap. Um, lately I've been listening to a lot of like, not techno, but I mean, I don't know. Whatever gets in the mood. Um, Camping. If anybody likes camping, I'll talk about that. No problem. I've done my camping. I love it. I would love to do it again. Um, that's one way if you're gonna beat COVID, man, just go camping. I think. Because if you're gonna go, like when COVID came around, you can't be around people, right? So let's just say that you couldn't go be around people. The only thing that was wrong if you're going camping, because you're not going to have any toilet paper because everybody's taking the fucking toilet paper. What is that? When it was COVID, everybody took toilet paper. Like you're going to shit constantly, that you got to take every toilet paper in America. You're going to toilet paper somebody's house because I got COVID. I don't know. But that'd be an interesting episode art. Yeah. Oh no, I mean, toilet paper. What else did I talk about? Werewolves. Oh well. I'll figure something out. I'll put some stuff on the episode art. All right, folks. Take it easy. Have a good Monday. Start your week. I get this itch. I get this scratch. I didn't really do it that much, but anyway, well, my girlfriend's getting a little bit pissed, I guess, because the dog is in and out, in and out, in and out. All right, folks. Take it easy. I will talk to you again and leave the comments in there and see what we want to talk about. All right, folks. All right. Have a nice day.